Hey guys, I'm Juz. If you're like me and you've just lost it over an i11 and BBS wheels ever since you're a kid, well, I'm about to share something really exciting with you. Because just over my shoulder here, you can see my new baby. Well, not so new anymore. I've had her for a little while, around 18 months. Put lots of miles on her, done a bit of a rebuild and various other things which I'll go into a little bit later. But I thought I'd share today's event with you because it is pretty momentous in terms of events in my life. I've wanted something like this for a long time and it's finally arrived. Here's my girl. She's a 1990 C2 manual. Picked it up from the UK about a year and a half ago, and since having it back in Australia, I've done a bit of work to it. Something's arrived to replace her D90s. And it looks a little something like that. I've wanted a set of these my entire life, well ever since I was old enough to like wheels anyway. So I thought I'd share the unboxing with everybody and give you a look at what these are going to look like on the car. I wonder what's in the box. So I picked these wheels up from the States. I ended up buying them through a distributor at BBS Motorsport over there and shipping them to Australia. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of damage to this box. Now I'm hoping and praying that inside there are no damaged rims, because if they are, they're going to need to go back to the States, and that's really going to annoy me. I've literally waited 18 months to get these wheels. I ordered them on the 29th of September 2022, and what are we today? 22nd of January 2024. So to have to send these back now after that long wait will literally crush me. I'd like to see them on there as a matter of urgency. But if they're not right, they're not right, and they're going to need to go back, and the wheels will need to wait. So we're going to open the damage package first and see what's inside. Okay, so that's what we've got inside, people. Can't see any obvious damage. Looks like the corner's pretty protected, so I'm hoping we're good here. Let's pull one of these babies out and have a look. Okay, here we go. This is what I got. Ta-da. So gorgeous. Absolutely love these. Okay, here comes box number 2, guys. I'm not as worried about this one because this one's intact. There's no damage to the box at all. So pretty certain that the stuff inside is going to be in good shape. Great job on the packing, Eric. And there we go. So that's a rear, folks. 7-inch barrel, 3-inch lip, 623 centres, which are perfectly cut and designed for the 964 narrow body, to make sure that you can get these on the back without any rub with tyres. So you can see the profile difference there. There's going to be a little bit more meat on the back. It should feel the guards out very nicely. And by the way, that BMW in the background you see there is a K1100 ex-Australian cop bike, which has been transformed into this absolute beauty by a good mate of mine. He reckons it might be for sale soon, guys, so if you're going to pick yourself up a mint, fully modded K1100 to ride around on the weekends, hit me up and I'll give you his deets. And there they are, BBS E98s. Straight out of the boxes. Just received these today. Honestly, I know everybody says this, but these are dream wheels for me. I've wanted these for a very, very long time. So to finally have them in hand is very exciting. So the rears at either end are 18 by 10s, 7-inch barrels, 3-inch lips. And these have what's called the BBS centers, which end in 623. The reason why I've got centers that end in 623 on all these rims is because some of the guys on Renlist have been kind enough to help me out with the offsets on these. So these wheels are plus 47 front and rear. Now on the backs I'm going to be fitting 265, 35 18s, and on the fronts I'm going to be fitting 225, 40 18s. Michelin Pilot Sport 5s, because I can't get the Pilot Sport 4S's in Australia at the moment, they're just not available. So anywho, 5s it is, and honestly I'm not going to be tracking this thing anyway. I'm building it to be a nice street car, not a track car. So should be fine with the Pilot Sport 5s. But before I go ahead and get these tyres mounted to the rims and pop them on the car, I've decided I'm going to bite the bullet and ceramic coat these babies while they're mint. Now I've done a bit of research on ceramic coating and I've decided to go with this product. The Car Pro Deluxe ceramic package. Here's what's in the box. You get the bottle of the ceramic, a couple of stickers, an applicator sponge. It's pretty handy. It's got little slits in there to stick your little chamois in. There's 4 or 5 of those little chamois there, and what have you. So my plan is use this eraser. The eraser, simply spray it on the wheel, give it a wipe down, let the eraser evaporate for about 20 minutes, and then hit it up with the ceramic, leveling it off with these, and let's see how we go. So while I was at it, I took the opportunity to clean up these wheel cavities and give them a good scrub down. So they've come up okay. Previously installed KWV3s on this, which I'm really happy with. Front brakes are just standard, recently repainted. I also installed some Renline adjustable camber plates to go with the KWV3s, and also some Renline monoball top plates to go with the V3s on the rear of the car as well. So she's handling pretty nicely. And the rears, a lot of work was done to this before I got it on the road, but those trailing arms have been hydroblasted. Rear brake calipers have all been rebuilt. It's got new discs and pads all round, K-dubs in the back, but pretty much all the suspension has been replaced on this car. It's all looking pretty clean though. Ready for the new boots to go in. Okay, so test fit complete. We're definitely going to sit pretty flush. Once that wheel comes in about, once it sits in the ground, it will go. I'm told reliably. The back looks fine. Super excited to get these ceramics and tyres fitted up for tomorrow. Okay, so tyres are mounted up. lucky. PS5s, 225s in the front, 265s in the back. Let's get these on the car. These have also had the ceramic coating applied as well. I did all the barrels, spokes, the whole box and dice. I used about just under half of the deluxe bottle doing all 4 rims. So hopefully it holds up okay. The CarPro Deluxe ceramic is a high heat product, so I believe it's over 400 degrees Celsius. So it's good to do exhaust tips as well. So I pulled that off while I was at it and coated that in ceramic so that I don't have to put a mat over the top of it, because I took that back to bare metal. It was painted black about 15 times, it looks shocking, but let's see how that holds up as well. Not too aggressive with the offset. Definitely wouldn't want to go much wider than that at the front. Personal opinion on the PS5s, not as broad in the shoulder as the PS4S's, I would say. I reckon I could have stretched those out to 235s and maybe a 275 on the back. They definitely sit flush though. You wouldn't want the rims more aggressive than that. That is perfect. I'm super happy with that. So thank you so much to the guys from Remlist. Yeah, really stoked with how they look. I'll take a video outside later. But fair to say, I'm a happy man. That's about it. Video over. Wheels are on. I'm very happy. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and give us a like.